Evening all, and welcome back to Kerbalism. We ended the last episode with this booster slowly approaching the Kerbin station, which is going to become our new moon station, because the station got to the moon but doesn't have enough fuel to actually stop there. So hopefully all we need to do is grab a docking port and put it in the right place, attach it to it, and then hopefully we will have enough fuel and enough ability to stop at the moon, and it can become our brand new moon base. I think when you move items like this and you just place them, you're not actually attaching them to something, they gain this speed relative to what you're moving at. So if I was moving forward and I put it down, it would fly off forwards. So you can use that to your advantage if you're good at catching things. Okay, plug that in there. You could grab something from the front of the ship, be moving sideways slightly and put it down, it will slide along the ship with you. Of course it will catch stuff and spin around, so it's more difficult than it looks, but I don't really know of any other way to do things like that, unless maybe the winch could be useful. You could stab things with a winch and drag it along. I don't know. Right, so there is our target. I have no way to stop this spinning at all. I've got no reaction wheels. I can't steal a reaction wheel off this at all. So, yeah. Let's just do this. Okay, control from here. We'll bump into it, which is absolutely fine. Bump into it, bump, there we go. That's absolutely fine. No worries about that at all. This is very difficult to do when it's spinning. I never realised just how difficult it actually is to manoeuvre when you're on a permanent rotation. Because up is not always up. Right, so this looks good. This looks good. We are completely off center, but not even remotely fussed about that. I'm hoping the really powerful docking magnets will do a fantastic job. There we go. And we're docked. And we're docked. Awesome. We have everything we need. I'm going to turn off those engines. No, that only shuts down one of the engines. I have noticed that. I have noticed here you can right click on engines. You can right click on them in the... Oh, if you've got engines, you're like, well, which one's active? You can just right click on them. But if you've got a stack of them, you've got to open it up first and then right click individually. So that's quite useful. I don't know when that feature came in. It's probably been in Kerbal Space Program for ages, but I find that quite a useful feature. Okay, so let's say we put ourselves in orbit of the moon. We have managed to dock and get there with 4 minutes, about 5 minutes left. That's timing. That's fantastical timing. Okay, and there we are, transferred into the moon's sphere of influence. I know there's still an hour away, so we're still absolutely fine for time, because we're only going to be skimming the moon, so this is going quite slowly. So let's fast forward to there. Boom. Point retrograde. And oh, there we go. See, it said 105 seconds because it didn't know we had another engine. Now we have 3 of them. Wow, that one is wiggly. That makes sense, because underneath there, the only thing that's holding that in place is the probe core. So that does kind of make sense that it's going to do that. We're also definitely off balance now. Come on, reaction wheels, you can do it. What if I turn the RCS on? There we go. That'll get us over. But I do believe if I fire up engines a bit more now. Come on. It's it's pulling to the right. But that should be us in orbit. We are in orbit of the moon. We have actually achieved orbit of the moon, which is awesome. Okay, so now we're in a fairly high orbit of the moon. It's not really a problem, we can get down there, but I want to change things up a little bit. We do have some dead weight on here which we could get rid of, particularly this whole part here. This booster, this doesn't need 3 engines, so I'm thinking I might just detach this and recycle it, and then all the fuel will end up in this tank here anyway, although I might transfer the fuel first. Just because I believe the fuel gets transferred anyway, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So if I transfer some out, there we go, that looks about right. I can then bring it around and recycle it. So let's activate that. Let's detach this. We should still have control of this. It's not going to actually be a lost the signal to it. Put ourselves in docking mode because right. Just I said if I take this off, it's got all little bits and pieces on that. I could do it by EVA, but it just makes more sense to do it just with the whole craft. Just we'll recycle the whole craft, and basically it's got to take it from there. We'd like to go forward, but please, thank you. Then we can actually get to putting this in a lower orbit, which would be better for everyone. Up there. Want you to way. Very weird to control this thing because it's not. I can't rotate it to get this line straight. So a bit more sort of difficult. And every time I tell it to turn somewhere, it actually reverses. Bit odd. But that's just the way of things with it, because I only have thrusters on the front pushing back and a main engine on the back pushing forward. So yeah, but it shouldn't be a problem. It should not be a problem. Okay, here we go, and nom 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 nom. I do like that it now eats things in the correct order as well, rather than grabbing things from the centre and watching the ship explode out in a big spiral. Okay, there we go. Scrap metal did not go up as much as I expected, or indeed at all by the looks of it. And our fuel and oxidizer apparently didn't go up either. We now have uneven parts to it. And I have no engine control on the side here apparently. That's confusing. I am confused as to why our scrap metal didn't go up. Where did that recycle straight to then? Rocket parts? Do you recycle directly to rocket parts now? Were they higher or lower? I can't remember. How strange. But the fuel's not even, although I don't know if fuel's in any other tank. Let's have a look-see here. Fuel, liquid fuel and oxidizer, they do look kind of even. There we go. It put the oxidizer, there we go. Put it in that tank. Okay. That's fine. That does actually kind of make sense. One there, and that one there. We centralise our fuel, they should be both balanced, and then so it does. I wasn't sure whether when you recycle it, it does take the fuel. I believed it did, but I wasn't 100% sure. But it does. There we go. And the bars look about right there. Okay, so right now that's that way. Let's get down to a lower orbit, shall we? We are pretty much circular, so it doesn't really matter where I do this. Although it would help if I do it after my orbit, not before. Bring us down to roughly the same orbit as our current moon station. Is about 100k, I believe. There we go. Maybe 88. Awesome. It's going to be nothing, and then to stop down there. Okay, that's going to be a further 128. We have 733. Loads of it left. Awesome. And it's going to take half an hour to get there. Really? Okay. Wow. Really slow orbit around the moon. But another thing we need to do as well is this is called Kerbin Station at the moment. Really wish I so I need to rename that, which I'll do in just a moment. It can become the new moon station. Nope. Rename vessel. Moon Station. Except, is the other one called Moon Station? Moon Station 1, and we are just Moon Station. Okay, so it's technically Moon Station 2, but whatever. Okay. The other advantage about taking that piece off there and using just these two engines is it's not going to be wibbly wobbly all over the place. It's going to be a bit more stable, which is very good. That's kind of what we want. 100k stop. So we don't actually need that there. Let's point retrograde and warp down to here. Keep us exactly the same. There we go. That's better. Very weird how persistent rotation works. If you actually have your waypointing prograde retrograde, the ship seems to stop, whereas if you just have it on stability control, it will rotate and orbit with the craft, with the planetary body. It is just a weird one, but that's just how it works. Okay, so bring our apparatus down to 100k. Not going to be a perfectly circular, obviously, but I want to get it as close to 100k as I can, because it just makes life easier for launching from the moon. Okay, and then let's shut down these engines because they're no longer required. And we are here. We have a replacement moon station in orbit that can process scrap metal and other bits and pieces into rocket parts. We have a mining rig down there, which is obviously going to get us the ore. It's going to process everything into something. What's it going to do? It's going to mine water. I forgot what it's doing. It's going to mine water and process that into fuel. I am extremely tempted to bring that up to this and have everything on here and just have a lander go down, fill up with water, come back up again, which would involve getting rid of some of the landers I've got and bits and pieces, but that's fine because we can build stuff here. We can build things here. We have lots of rocket parts on board. We've got scrap metal. We've got the facility to turn scrap metal into bits and pieces. We've got ore. I need to build an ore miner. So it's all good. It's all good. Everything is good. I think the only thing I do kind of need is some form of network to talk to Kerbin. But that shouldn't particularly matter. There's Moon Station 1. I mean, I do kind of want to recycle that as well. Just not right now because I don't think we have the space to recycle a station that large. So yeah. Okay, so we now have this facility here. We now have bits and pieces going. We have a facility in orbit of Kerbin to carry fuel. All we need is fuel. Fuel is being really, really slow, so we need to have a look into changing that somehow. Okay, so whilst I was looking at trying to figure out a craft for going down and landing on the moon, I kind of figured out that this is missing something fairly important. If Kerbin's going to live up here for a long time, they're going to need more space because they're quite cramped in just those little areas there, and they're also going to need more food. Now, food's not really a problem. I can build greenhouses on board. I just need to send up some ammonia or something. That's not a problem. But I don't really want to have to build a craft, go around here, plug it in, use construction ports to dock it together. I'd much rather just build off here. And luckily, extra planetary launch pads lets you do that. If I go in here and I select a craft, which I have redone here, the pad, little pad here, and we go build that. It'll take 5 minutes to build, that's fine. What the disposable pad basically does is allows you to put it onto your craft somewhere. I assume it has to be on a node. Don't know if you can just stick it to the side of the vessel, I'm not sure. But you put it on there and you can right click on that and tell that to build things rather than a pad. So this pad up here could be used for building ships, fine off. Whereas that would be used to build an extension. And when you tell it to construct it, it literally replaces the pad and just has it plugged on the side of your ship. So I really like that idea. I really do like that. I do want to take these 2 docking ports off and put them on the end, just so we've got them in case. That does make sense. But unfortunately, they can't be carried by a Kerbal. You can't have anything large. They can't carry that in their inventory, which is a little annoying. It would be nice if you could have... Well, I suppose what I really need is I need a worker bee. A worker bee with a large storage can inside it to put large stuff inside, but we'll come to that later. Right now, I am going to do it the old-fashioned way. We're going to bounce things around. So if I bring Eerie up here, and she has got her wrench enabled, what we can do is, provided she's very, very, very stable, we can grab that, and although we can't attach it because it requires a nose to be attached to, what we can do is we can place it there, and because she's moving very slowly, it moves very slowly. So what I can do is very, very gently just tap it, and it will go off in that direction. Because the wonderful thing about space is there's no gravity, or well, there is lots of gravity, but there's no. We are travelling at such a speed, gravity does not affect us in the way it would on a planet. I'm having issues with the controls here actually, for some strange reason. They're not responding the way I expected. But now we're here, I can grab that, I can hold H, and I can attach it. I'm too far away. Okay, so I need to stop that. Yeah, for some reason my controls are not always responding when I'm pushing them. Don't know what's doing that. A little annoying. The shift isn't working all the time. Grab, attach. Gotta be quick, that one. There we go. Now it's not too bad that being a docking port. If that was a construction port one, I would definitely want to have to. Well, that's interesting. If I mouse over the Kerbal, I have no control. Yep, I have no control if I mouse over the. That is very interesting. Does it do it if I mouse over? Mouse over there? No, okay, just if I mouse over the Kerbal itself. How strange. Okay, so I'm going to do the other one, and then we shall come back when the pod is ready to be, or the pad is ready to be attached. Okay, our 5 minutes is up, and we can finalise the build. There we are. And the great thing is as well, we don't actually need to detach it, because I believe Kerbals can just grab this. Apparently it can be attached to the back of the jetpack, which is interesting. Cannot, so I don't quite know what they mean by that. Yeah, in the config to it says can be attached to the back of the jetpack, which I don't know. There are quite a few things which say you can do that, but I'm never quite sure how you do that. There's probably a key I'm missing completely, but I wonder if they can just put it in their inventory. Let's see here. Oh, wrong button. Grab and drop in there. Oh, there we go. There we go. When you put it on there, it attaches to the back. I wonder whether that's... Have I been missing that? For all the years I've been playing with Curve Attachment System, I've never tried putting one of the storage containers. The boxes, the storage boxes that you can have, apparently they can be attached to the back of the Kerbal. So if you just put it in their inventory, does it appear on the back? And then I could have a Kerbal fly around with one of them. That would be awesome. If that's the case, and I've been missing that for years. Yeah. Okay. So let's put this down here. I don't want a surface attachment. I actually want to attach it. Right. Hold on. We've got that weird procedural parts. Does not make any sense. Bug. So that requires a save and a reload. Okay, one quick save and quick reload later. We can now hopefully stop spinning out of control, if you'd like. Wow, that pad must be heavy. She's going into a spin. She's going into a free spin. Right, let's just grab that and put it to node and dock. There we go. Okay, now she should be able to hopefully stop spinning. That would be great. There we go. Right, okay. So now let's take you back into the pod and we'll have a play with this bit here. For the food section, I've got 3 greenhouses set up on a little board. I have got a custom part which I've used with Module Manager again. I'll show the UI here. Can I rename? I don't need to because it's only going to be used once. There's no point to rename it. So where is fuel? Not fuel. Food pod. Food pod there. Farm pod. It's got the tri-coupler on top of it, which I've used Module Manager to make a copy of and extended the size on it. So it's a whole new part. I had to buy it again, and it's all just there. It just moves it up from the 1 meter, 1.25 meter to these 3.25 meter ones, I think they are, or is it 2.5 meter? I'm not sure. It just moves it up to the next stage. So yeah, so I can load that. Obviously, we don't have any ammonia or carbon dioxide. We do apparently have some nitrogen though, which is very interesting. We don't have enough water. We don't have enough atmosphere. That might be a problem. And pressure control. I'm really not sure, but we'll build that. Boom. That's going to take 5. That's going to take 1 carbon day to build, which isn't so bad. And then once that's built, it can just basically appear on the end here. So I think we shall come back once that's done, because there's not really a great deal else I need to do at the moment. I might go and design this lander for picking up ore and bring it back. But again, it needs fuel. Fuel is a big problem. We might have to send another fuel load up, get things going. We are actually gaining on our moon station very slowly, so we could steal stuff from that. Not that there's any fuel on it, but yeah, I think we are in a slightly lower orbit than it, I believe. So it's probably about the same as we are, so we might be slowly catching it. Anyway, I should be back when that is done. So just very quickly to show you what I mean by this custom part I've made. In here, structural, you've got this part here, the stacked coupler. That's designed for the 1.25 fuel tanks. I think they are. They might be 1 meter. I'm not sure what the size is, but it's designed for those. And what I've done is I have made a copy of that using Module Manager and just doubled the size on it. So you can see it is double the size, and it fits the orange tank size, which yeah, it just makes life a bit easier for that. How I've done that is quite easy. Right here, see this is all the mods that I had before, and this down here, the plus symbol means copy, and you just change the name of it, change the title of it, and the rescale factor. There are 2 options for scale. There's a scale and a rescale. I believe the difference between the 2 is that the scale changes the size of the model, whereas the rescale changes the size of the whole part. So if it had multiple models, you could resize it, but changing the size of the part means that these connection nodes, the green nodes, they all are in the same places as well. So use the rescale factor if you want to, but that's yeah, that's how that pretty much works there. That's how you do it. Just find the part you're after, make sure you rename it, otherwise it will overwrite the old part. I changed the title on it just to make life easier for myself, and yeah, that's how you do it. You can do this for engines, you can do this for all bits and pieces. You can change the engines and make them uber powerful. You could make like an iron engine that's as powerful as the mainsail if you wanted to. Why not? You know, yeah, that sort of thing. But it's Module Manager is absolutely awesome. I really do like it. I do still need to figure out whether I can change Kerbalism processes, however, because I really would like to change my fueling system over to methane and oxygen, which is what the BFR uses, what I had in my custom profile. But I need to get on Discord and ask about that, I think, because everything I tried doesn't work. Yeah, so that is where we're going to bring this episode to a close. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. Hope to see you again next time. Until then, as always, have fun.